Hello, it's editing me here. I realized that I completely forgot to film an intro to this video, so yeah, of course I realized right after I finished taking all my makeup off. So anyway, I'm just popping in here just to kind of do that. So here is a Valentine's Day get ready with me. Enjoy! Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just use a little facial spray. I have this rose one from Mario Badescu that I don't really like. That's only because you probably heard me mention this before, but I really don't like the smell of artificial roses, so yeah. I literally never ever use this spray, but you know, roses, Valentine's Day, why not? Terrible. Now I'm just going to go in with a primer, and today I'm going to use the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I've used this on my channel before, a long time ago. It definitely does give you a little bit of a luminosity, if you will. For my foundation today, I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. This is actually like really good. This is kind of weird. I normally would do my eyes before my face, but we're switching it up. I'm also always on the hunt for more really good drugstore foundations, so if you have any favorites, let me know. Okay, does anyone else's skin just like completely freak out in the winter? I am dry in places I've never been dry before. Moving on to concealer, as always, I'll be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's just like pretty much the only concealer I use, at least at the moment, because it's like the only one I really have. I have a couple other ones right now that I like don't really care for, you know? I need a lot of concealing, clearly. I can't believe we are already at Valentine's Day. Like, I feel like the year just started. To set everything, we're going to be using the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. I think we're going to do some baking. This is not something I do every day. I usually only do this if I'm like gonna be out for the night. Then I'm just going to set some other parts of my face, like my eyelids and my nose. While that's setting, I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Dip Brow. This is pretty much what I always use. Also, if you catch a glimpse of this, don't mind this massive thing on my hand. Basically what happened, ouch, about a week ago I was cooking dinner. I was making pierogies, and whenever I make pierogies I always boil them and then I fry them. After I finished boiling them, I went to switch them over to the frying pan, so I did that, and then I went to go dump out the water from the pot. And you know how like when you walk, when you're holding like something that's got water in it and it kind of like swooshes back and forth? Yeah. So it did that as I was walking to the sink, and the water like poured over the pot, and yeah, I burnt myself really bad. Now it just kind of looks like this, so that's really fun. So yeah, just be careful when you're cooking, kids. Now that this has been sitting here for a while, let's take this off. Whenever I go to like take the bake off, I always just kind of press the extra into my skin. Okay, so it's time for the fun part. Obviously, because it's Valentine's Day, I'm clearly going to be doing a pink look today. You know, I feel very in the theme here. I've got my pink sweater, I've got my pink water bottle. February is just the pink month, right? So because I want to do a pink look, I don't really have any palettes that are like pink palettes. I just kind of have a bunch of random palettes that have like 1 or 2 pink shades in them. Kind of just pulled out a few palettes that I have pink shades in them, and I don't really have a plan, so I'm gonna just kind of be making this up as we go along. That's usually what we do here, so get used to it. So I think first I'm gonna go into this palette. This is the Spanglish palette from Alamar Cosmetics. I'm gonna go in there and I'm going to use this like light pink color first. Okay, Why do all these palettes have to have names that are in different languages? I always just butcher them. Like, do I even try? I'm just gonna put right in my crease, just as kind of like a base transition shade. So that's pretty light. Okay. I think I'm gonna go into the Festival palette from Pure. I'm gonna use this bright hot pink shade here called Wild Child. And that is also gonna go in my crease. So yeah, we need to deepen this up. Okay, that's definitely a lot more pink. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back into the Alamar palette and use this kind of like pinky purpley shade. This one is called Pont Hyper. I swear, I'm using English palettes from now on. I'm gonna just put kind of like all over my lid. Oh, that's actually a pretty color. Can you even see it? Oh my god. I can see it in my mirror. It is very light, like it's not overly pigmented. Okay, we're just gonna layer it. Okay, I'm sorry, I really cannot tell if you guys can even see this or not. When I'm looking in the thing, like it looks like I didn't put anything there. I've actually only used this Alamar palette once before, and it was actually on my anniversary last year. I actually did a really cute like pinky purple look with it. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. But that's the only time I've ever used this palette, so I feel like I'm having some trouble getting this shade to like really show up. This is like my third layer of it already. I'm gonna go back into Wild Child and put some more in here because I've lost it. I think I'm going to go into the James Charles Morphe palette. I think I'm actually going to use this kind of like deep purpley pinky shade here, and I'm just going to put in my outer V. Oh my god, please ignore this mess I made over here. We'll fix it, I promise. Okay, that's not as deep as I was wanting it to be. Guys, these shadows are really letting me down today. I was really hoping it was going to be like a deep color, and it's just not. Literally just blends right into everything else. I feel like you can't even see that it's a different shadow. Like, should I take an actual dark purple? I'm scared of that. I think I might have to. I think I'm gonna try to use a little bit of this dark purple here. Is it just me, or are these shadows doing literally nothing? So now I'm gonna take this little single shadow from Ace Beauté. It's their Glimmer shadow in the shade Huckleberry. Again, it's kind of like a pinky purpley shimmer. I've never used this, so moment of truth. It feels really soft, like mousse. Okay, so it is pretty, but it definitely could use a little more kick. So you guys know the drill. Back into some Fix Plus. Go back into that shadow. Oh no, this is like ruining the texture of the shadow. Okay, it's definitely better. I'm not sure how I feel about this Ace Beauté shadow. It's not giving me a lot of payoff, like at all. Okay then. So for my you know, under eye, lower lash line. My god. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go back into a Wild Child, kind of buff that out underneath here. I'm using Wild Child down here because it seems to be one of the only shadows that wanted to like perform. So it's kind of like a little last step for my eyelids. I'm gonna use this little MAC pigment. This is in Kitschmiss. It's kind of like a pinky silvery kind of shade. And since my other shimmer wasn't doing jack all for me, we're gonna use this. Going back into some Fix Plus. You see how much better that worked than that Ace Beauté shadow? So what are your guys' plans for Valentine's Day? Do you have any? In my city, we're still like pretty much on lockdown. They just announced the other day that they're gonna be opening restaurants again, but they're only doing it to a 25% capacity, and like you can only go with people that live in your household. So my boyfriend and I can't even go out for dinner. I think we are just going to be cooking a little meal at home at his house. I don't live with him. I think we'll probably just do that. Maybe have some wine and some other adult beverages. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, what can you do, right? I hope whatever you guys are planning that you are going to be safe. Maybe you're just spending it alone, which is like totally okay too, you know? I spent like 25 Valentine's Days alone. Valentine days? Valentine days. I don't know the proper way to say that. Anyway, I spent a lot of them alone, okay? Before I met my current boyfriend. Actually, a fun little story. My ex, before my current boyfriend, broke up with me one year, like literally 2 weeks before Valentine's Day. Yeah. He lived out of town too, so it was like I had time booked off work to go up there to see him for Valentine's Day. And then he dumped me. So my best friend being my best friend, I think it was actually her first Valentine's Day with her boyfriend, and they actually brought me out with them that night because I was like depressed and just not good. It was really sweet. They kind of sacrificed their Valentine's Day to help me out when I was in need, so much appreciated. Love you. Now I have a amazing boyfriend. I've been with him for almost 2.5 years now, and he would never do that to me, so you know, it's all about finding the right one. And you will, I promise. But until then, there is no shame in being single on Valentine's Day. Go get yourself a gift, get yourself some chocolate, get yourself some wine, buy yourself some flowers if you want. Have your own little great date night with yourself. Just gonna finish up my face before I complete everything. First, we're going to contour. I'm going to use this bronzer from Aesthetica. It's the Sunset bronzer. This is like seriously such a good bronzer. It's like become one of my absolute favorites recently. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm. Now I'm just going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I literally use this every single time I do my bronzer. I always switch up my contour, but then always, like, no matter what, I go back in with this. Just over top. This is just like so freaking good. Like, there's nothing else to say. It's just good. I think for blush today, I'm gonna mix these two. I've never done this before. But I'm gonna go in with this Kylie Cosmetics one in Crush, and then I'm gonna go over it with the Milani Baked blush in Luminoso. So this one is just like a matte blush, and then this one is kind of more luminous. So this is the Kylie blush that we're just gonna pop on. That is not my blush. I almost just dipped this right into my eyeshadow palette. I feel like the Milani Baked blush, it kind of gives that like just really pretty glowy effect, you know? So like, even though my boyfriend and I can't like go out and do anything this Valentine's Day, I think I'm still gonna like get dressed up and do my makeup and whatever to have dinner at home. I mean, like, why not? Like, it's been such an incredibly crappy year. Like, if I want to get dressed up to sit at home, I'm going to. I don't know if you can see like the glow in the blush, but it's super pretty. Anyway, you should do whatever makes you feel the happiest on Valentine's Day. So for highlighter, I am going to go in with this one from Beauty Bakery. It's the So Icy Illuminator. And what shade is this? Is that the shade? No, it's the shade Frosted. How cute is this though? It's like a little ice cream container, like freaking adorable. This actually might be too dark for my skin, but I think we're making it work. Then I always highlight the little tip of my nose and then right above my top lip here. This is where we're at so far. I'm gonna just go off camera and put on some eyeliner and lashes because it's a very long, tedious process for me, and I just don't like doing it on camera, so I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. I finished up my eyes. For eyeliner, I used the Tarte Sex Kitten for my wings, and then in my waterline, I used the Kylie Cosmetics Kyliner. And then for lashes, I used these Lashaholic lashes in the style Instaglam. And then I just blended those together with this Laura Geller mascara. What? Okay, it literally doesn't have a name. It literally just says Laura Geller, New York. So yeah, the only thing left to do really is lips. So sticking with the whole pink theme, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this lipstick from KVD Beauty. This is one of their Studded Kiss lipsticks in the shade Sexer, and it's just like a really bright pink. Also, this is really old, just FYI. I got this before it was KVD Beauty, like before everything happened, you know? I actually really like this shade. Like, it's obviously a very bright hot pink, but it's also kind of got like a pearlescent kind of finish to it, which is really unique and really pretty. Literally like never use actual lipsticks anymore. The only time I ever do my lips at all is if I'm like filming a video, pretty much, and like most of the time I'll use liquid lipstick, so this is like an experience. Then to finish it off, we just need some setting spray, and y'all are gonna hate me for this. Back to back with KVD Beauty, I'm gonna use this Morphe and Jeffree Star setting spray. The only reason I'm using this is because it's pink, and pink, you know, but also I need to use it up because Jeffree. Also, just another disclaimer, I bought this way before anything with him happened, so don't judge me for using makeup that I already paid for, okay? This one does smell like strawberries though, just saying. And Morphe really does have like the best setting spray. You saw that continuous spritz. Amazing. Okay, so that is the finished Valentine's Day look. Thanks for getting ready with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic, love-filled Valentine's Day, no matter who you're spending it with, even if it's just yourself. Please remember, if you are going out, I mean, maybe just don't. I mean, we are still in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, in case you have forgotten. Anyways, be safe, don't be stupid, and yeah, I'm gonna leave all of my socials down below if you want to catch up with me on one of those, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!